Glad to have you with us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. This team has continued to shine, and he sent his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They'll give it to People. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, going to throw it. Lets it fly. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Rush right in his face. Dying for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He's past the sticks. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Unloads it left. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. They'll run it with Baxter. Defense all over him.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Finds his man on the RPO. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Here's a gift to Peoples. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Driven back.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield. He does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about. And early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns. Because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him. But there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Escapes the pressure going right. The screen, he's got wheels. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route. But you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
The Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Peoples. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Might as well run him again. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Moving the pocket, it's Ward. Gets rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. for a solid return on the pick. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll run it with James Peoples. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This.
Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. That's a live ball. Flying out to the left. The 50. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Kentucky! He got a step and just dusted the field. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. The run to the left. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. We've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
To the air, it's Ward. In the backfield, it's Patterson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Peoples. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. He's looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack. I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it first and 10 outside the 30. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this
deep shot for the end zone. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense.
Oh, man, that DB, if he knew where he was out on the field just a little bit better and knew how to get that foot down in bounds, that would have been a pick. Obviously, a clean catch, but he's got to get 1 foot in bounds to secure the interception.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Drives inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. They decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Baxter. Fights off a defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to take off. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Under pressure. Firing deep. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. The throw.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it and still on his feet. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. Dead center perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 92, set to advance on the football.
From deep, it's Patterson. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's lead off with the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the number 4 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Wolfpack with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Let's send the tight end in motion. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got an open man at the 45 on his way. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Wants to throw. It's Ward. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And I like the way the QB just did that right there, man. You spread everybody sideline to sideline. You see it's man coverage. You got your running back in the slot. You like that matchup. He wins. That is great job identifying the defense, knowing what they're in, and getting the ball to your playmaker, and he delivers for him.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky. On to attempt the try. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say they're... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Lets it fly. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Running through contact.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Tough run here. It's Baxter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the
about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Out wide right, it's Warren. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early. Yeah. Makes the catch and he's free. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Peoples. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Tar Heels are marching down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he added the extra point. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And a few anxious moments, but the Hands team is able to fall on it. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. To throw, it's Ward. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Hold and fired complete. At the 35, he's got room. And after that huge gain, he will have a chance to catch his breath, and he's going to need it. What a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes a catch. Oh, what a cut! Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They're working that left side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they fought.
Touchdown, UNC! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. To the air, it's Ward. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
Third and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And guys, second down didn't do them any favors as they face this third down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he avoids the sack.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Looking for more room. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Back to pass on second down. And the timing just a hair off. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Needs it here on 4th down. Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. Loose in the middle. He's at the touchdown, North Carolina. Rolled his way into the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. They want to throw it. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll give it to Baxter. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Running right, it's Baxter. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down.
Black 18! Black 18!
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Black 14! Black 14!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baxter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Line getting set on second down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.